Quenchers and beautiful people. How are you? How are you? How are you tonight? It is so great to be here. I am so incredibly excited because, hey Camille, I am so incredibly excited because tonight, we had an interview this afternoon. We are so excited. Gina just left. She's gonna try to get in, but we had an interview this afternoon with Arizona Foothills Magazine, and they are interviewing us, little old us, for trendsetters to watch. So we are very excited. They already have us featured digitally on their site. However, this interview is for the actual print and for an actual real story. So we got to sit down and talk all the things that we absolutely love to do. And that I just am so excited and pumped up for that. And you know, there's so much that we have on site for the horizon. So this is just really exciting that somebody is seeing and somebody is appreciating what it is that we're trying to do. So very, very excited and thankful for that. Tonight, we're also gonna have a very special guest on. So our special guest tonight will be Eric Taylor of TAYLORED2U Coaching. And yes, the last name is the same. Alana Taylor, Eric Taylor. This is my husband. But no, he's not just here because he's my husband. He's here because he's actually a professional astrologer. And he is actually really, really good at what he does. And he works on charts for people and helps people with their lives. And he does life coaching. And he's got clients. And you know, it's really beautiful how this is all coming together for him. But he stopped and actually did QuenchNaturel's chart, which is really exciting. And it was so cool. I said, listen, you've got to come on and talk about this on our live because it's wild. Okay. So just stay tuned. If you know anybody who's into astrology or into anything like that, grab them, tell them to come on. He's been really building his business and he's really pretty amazing, not just because he's my husband. I also wanted to talk very briefly because, you know, I can't do a day, and I'm having this on 2 cameras, so I can't have a day where I don't discuss to some extent products. So that was just showing you our Pure and Simple deodorant. And, you know, I wanted to talk about that because last week I had said about, you know, reach out, talk to me, share a product that you have in your closet that you have questions about. So I did get somebody reach out with a picture of their native deodorant and the ingredients. And so some of the highlights of that I wanted to talk about how we beat native, okay? We beat native, is that when you get a native deodorant for $12, the same as my $12, theirs starts with a fatty acid triglyceride conglomerate of chemicals. They are plant-based, but it is still a mix. It is not just a straight, pure botanical. That is their very first ingredient. We do use this exact ingredient, but we use it farther down in our ingredient list, so it makes up only a few percentage points of our entire formula. The very first ingredient in this is shea butter. Then we put in arrowroot. The reason why we put our powders near the top of the list is that when you're using a deodorant, you want to have something that is absorbent, because yes, when you're using a natural deodorant, you may sweat, and it might be you will sweat. And it might be the first time you've ever felt that. I know for me, when I made the switch to natural deodorant, it was rather shocking to feel moisture under my arms for the first time in probably 30 years. And yeah, so you will sweat, so you want something to do that. I also noticed that they use fragrance oils. We never use that. This is essential oils. And the reason why we use essential oils is, one, you never know what's in a fragrance oil, the conglomerate, but also essential oils have healing properties, and putting them under your arms allows for those essential oils to be absorbed into your system. And it actually helps to naturally balance your endocrine system, your hormonal system, which is critically important. The other thing I noticed is that their shea, and I think they had cocoa butter as well as we did, or coconut, one of them, something. theirs was not organic. Mine's organic. They also had several other fillers and a particular ingredient, I can't quite remember offhand, I have it all written down, that was like a level 4 ingredient, which we only use level 1 ingredients on EWG's assessment. And finally, they didn't do the organic. There was a couple other things in there, but my point is this: same price, a far better quality product, far more natural. Check out QuenchNaturel, because I'm telling you, we really do what we do at a high level. But now it's showtime. Thank you for sitting through my little spiel. But it's showtime, and I have a guest. Hello, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Eric Taylor.
Hi, Eric Taylor. How are you?
TAYLORED2U coaching. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So,
and you're Alana from?
I am Alana, and I am from QuenchNaturel and
Q24 Botanical Beauty.
Yes, Q24 Botanical Beauty. You have heard of us.
We joke, we kid. Hello, everyone. I love the QuenchNaturel family. I'm Eric Taylor from TAYLORED2U Coaching, and I'm honored. We're kind of tight, you know, even though we're married, we're tight because it's the one camera interview on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. We're Instagram close, guys. We have to have this camera straight up and down. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, Eric, so what do you do?
Well, my company is called TAYLORED2U Coaching. I am a relationship coach, a chronic illness coach, professional astrologer, and an astrological life coach. I use medical astrology, and I help my clients with my relationship coaching to increase their self-love, transform, heal from their childhood, and get to their highest vibration so that they can find their future soulmate. With the chronic illness coaching, I help people weaving in the medical astrology to develop a health plan, and just to, sometimes when you have a chronic illness, you can't see it on a person.
Right,
so they have this pain. So it's about helping them to teach their family, spouse, co-worker's boss, what it is they're going through, but to make little adjustments.
And what's so true about that too is that chronic illness, so often you don't see it, but also chronic illness oftentimes is really impacted by the chemicals and the different things that are in people's environments, which feed right into what we're do every day when we're taking out these ingredients and then we're putting in healing plant things,
No, exactly.
But going back to what you said about he does relationship coaching, okay, like anybody out there who's married, this man is constantly coaching me on marriage. But with that being said, he takes his own advice too. And that's what I think is really critically important. But I get free coaching every single day. And actually, it's kind of fun. And he does help me to keep going. Because sometimes it can get discouraging being a business owner or trying to do these different things. And he tells me when I'm doing really great, and he also will kind of be like, hey, maybe you want to try something a little bit different. So, but so you're a great relationship coach, because I think we have a pretty cool marriage.
We have an awesome marriage. And, some of the things that are in my relationship coaching program, they're true, tried and tested, because it's what I actually did to help manifest and find the woman of my dreams. And, I wove that in to my program, to my 11-week Elevators to Marriage relationship coaching program. But just so you know, I have people take it who are not necessarily looking for marriage. Sometimes it is about transformation, healing from their past, and really just increasing their own self-love. Because let's be honest, people, like, you go to school and you ask questions of people for career and all these different things. How do I do my car, my life insurance, whatever? But a lot of people, they like to drive the car alone, right? Because
when it comes to relationships
and love.
And isn't a relationship one of the biggest things? Like, it's the biggest impactor. I know when I'm even not doing well with him, it impacts a lot of things, or not doing well with people around me. You know what? Really quick, Gina, you joined. I wanted to have you hop on for a hot second because I wanted to talk about very quickly our interview today and how cool that was. So go on, hit the button if you can, and we'll continue on until I can bring you in. But what I also wanted to talk about for people out there, especially now with COVID and everything, and Gina's sitting up here. She's coming. Okay, she's coming. But going through COVID right now, we're all at home and we're lucky. Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Let me just finish this one quick. We're lucky because we kind of were starting on this entrepreneurial journey before COVID. So when things shut down, we were already kind of home based, which was really a wonderful thing. But
in terms of pivoting with careers and adjusting, we both have our own businesses.
But the huge adjustment for us came
to
having the kids home. Because let me tell you something, hon. When you go from having your set time at home that you can knock out and do work to now you've got 3 kids that you're trying to homeschool and they're home all the time and they're around you all the time. Ooh, it can warrant a whole lot of relationship coaching. But Gina, how are you? Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm well.
So what did we do today?
Hi.
What did
we had a wonderful interview with for Arizona Foothills Magazine. So everyone out there, be looking for us. We had a wonderful interview with a young lady named
Farah. Yes.
Farah, and she really touched on, our passion, why we do what we do, our products, and it was fantastic. And it's all because they consider us to be trendsetters.
Yes, trendsetters. That's right.
You guys definitely are.
But see, here's the thing, G. Do you remember years ago? Well, 4 years ago when we were starting this, and I was like, I was all in the books researching stuff, and Gina's in there researching her stuff, and I'm thinking about logos and all that stuff. And I said to her, Gina, we are so on trend. The world is gonna want us, and here we are.
There you go. Yes, what we put out there, we get back. So
definitely.
Manifesting it through action and words.
Manifestation, and I know you all are going to have a great show. I am going to jump off. I appreciate saying hello and good evening. I look forward to hearing what you have to say, Eric, and
thank you.
All that information about astrology and numerology and all that wonderful.
Well, you know what, Gina? I've heard this. I don't know if you've heard everything. Gina did an entire chart for QuenchNaturel using QuenchNaturel.
Gina.
I'm confused. Oh my God. See, you know what? Honestly,
she has Pisces and Mercury.
I do, but on top of it, Gina's almost like my second spouse. Like I'm telling you, doing this, family, like I'm probably her spouse too, to a certain extent. Like we're
partners. And and my other partner, he also agrees. We're all connected, and that's
exactly.
A good thing.
So tell Peter we said hi. But
I will.
But girl, you trendsetter, you hot trendsetter, go on and hop off.
All right.
But do listen because it's really amazing. Because we have a birthday, and that would be February 14th,
we're gonna look at we're gonna discuss. I'm gonna break down some of the QuenchNaturel birth chart, and that's really important, and it's on point. So
it's amazing. It really ties into our mission, and this is what's so crazy about it is that we didn't plan that, we didn't know, but like this just goes to show how
it was already written.
Universe and all that stuff come together. Anyways, thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Okay.
Allergies.
Bless you. I'm sorry.
No. Just itching.
So let's break it down. Get into QuenchNaturel.
So I, as a professional astrologer, I can do your birth chart. What I need for your birth chart, I do a full 12-house report, a 40 to 50-minute custom video summary. The report is written and videos where you are like a double, triple entendre of learning and really having spiritual homework to learn about yourself. So that's for you, the human being. So you give me your time, your date of birth, the city, state, the year. You email me, book your readings at TAYLORED2U@gmail.com. right? But I also am starting this new service, sort of the impetus came from...
But backing up, you also do a full-on sit-down conversation. Like, you never just do a chart and hand it over. You always talk to people for about an hour.
Well, no, that's for the custom, that's for the synastry chart.
Okay.
So for relationship coaching, right? And for some people, they like to know how, for relationship, right? Like how the two charts and the planets speak to one another, right? My moon is in Capricorn, her Mars is in Capricorn. So they're speaking to one another, right? And so for every relationship that I've helped quite a few couples now, and I've got some couples who are, going towards engagement and some makeup, some breakup.
Some marriage coming.
So it's really...
We actually got a call to one of the people that he analyzed and getting married.
So it's really rewarding in that sense because I teach the clients. So for that service, I do the chart and then we can meet on
Dory.
Zoom. Hey, Dory. And we can meet on Zoom or whatever, or, FaceTime. And I explain to you after you get the written report and a whole bunch of videos, how you can best work in the relationship, someone's emotional side, someone's sensitivity, stuff like that. But in terms of the birth chart...
Get down to Quench Naturel.
Okay, in terms of the birth chart for the business, this might be hard for some of you, but you need to know the date, let's say when you started your business or it became an LLC or when you got licensing or your first sale, however you want to, your intention of it. And if you know the general time, because the time is key. In astrology, the time, their birthday for QuenchNaturel was...
And I actually know the time, which is really
wonderful. So this is why I was able to do this. It's February 14th, 2017, Scottsdale, Arizona. And it was Valentine's Day. And it was around 12:30 p.m. Yeah. They actually got their LLC. So I casted the birth chart. So what's fascinating, right? QuenchNaturel, organic and vegan body and skincare. So they are a Gemini rising ascendant sign. So at this time on the Eastern horizon, Gemini was at the horizon point at 12:30 p.m. So Gemini, ruled by Mercury on the first house, the ascendant, that's the chart ruler. Well, Mercury, Gemini, it's your hands, it's communication, ideas.
We make everything with our hands.
That's what they do. They make everything with their hands, okay?
We're trying to transfer that over, but
it's also communication, right? It's Gemini is, blah, 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 right? They're communicating when they go online, right? The third house, which Mercury rules, is Gemini's social media.
Exactly. We absolutely love interacting with all of our
they're great.
We've always loved it from day one.
And ironically, Mercury in the third house rules your local community and your neighborhood. So totally on point, right? We can't make this up. It wasn't me. It's the astrology. Just to give you some more examples.
And can I just say something? You kind of did it just to see. Did you throw it out or did I throw it out first?
Well, no, I came up with the idea and, I wasn't sure how it would play out or whatever. But then when I figured it out, it blew me away.
So I was kind of your guinea pig, the same way that you've been my guinea pig when I put facial masks on him.
I do it
all kinds of stuff, and he just sits
and
still
I want to say
go.
for men and parents out there, we were talking about being parents during this pandemic, but what's important is to get the deodorant, the toothpaste, not just for you, but it's for your children. When you have a 12 or 13-year-old boy or girl, you don't want to start them off under their arms putting chemicals.
Yeah,
right?
more and more now because of the shifts in our food. You're having more and more children who are actually starting early puberty or earlier than what it used to be. Yeah. And a lot of them too are also starting to sweat and smell. Like that wasn't something that was always the case.
Right, but the point is you want to start them off with something healthy like QuenchNaturel's deodorant.
Right, I mean, just totally going chemical free for your kids. I mean, it's really important, especially when you consider that under our arms are lymph nodes. While obviously it's more for women, it is for men too. Yeah. Lymph nodes are fatty tissue. Fatty tissue absorb anything it comes into contact with. So make sure that when you start your children off, you're really starting them free of all those chemicals.
And that's the perfect segue because we're going to go to QuenchNaturel's fifth house. If they're the Gemini ascendant, their sun, February 14th, is Aquarius. The sun is in the ninth house with what we call the midheaven, the MC, which is the top of the chart usually can be in the 11th, 10th, or 9th house, where it shows the energy of your career. So they have the sun, Mercury, and the midheaven in their 9th house. Their moon is in the 5th house. Okay, and I'm going to go back to that in a second, but I want to start with the moon because the segue from the children. The 5th house rules children, creativity, hobbies, speculative gains, which is starting your own business. It's high school, college, but it's also ancient knowledge, things that you learn. It's your skills, your creativity, your talent. So the 5th house, it's your heart, it's dating, romance, but having the moon and Jupiter there literally speaks of their belief and their philosophy is about researching ancient knowledge, using their oils,
and what
their
could
herbs,
be more ancient than using the herbs and the botanicals that have been growing naturally here for millions of years. I mean, we have certain ingredients. Like we've always had an ingredient list on our website, and we have certain ingredients that literally have been tracked back to the Egyptian period. You know, Cleopatra was using some of these ingredients that we are using today. So it is completely, like, that blew me away when he said that ancient knowledge stuff, because that's exactly what we're doing.
But even deeper, the moon and Jupiter. So with the Jupiter, that's their beliefs, their wisdom, their higher learning and knowledge, because they had to do the research. Their first year, they really started in 2016. Their first year, we kind of began talking loosely. Research. They were doing
Thanksgiving,
but they were doing the research and investigation and gaining the knowledge. That's what Jupiter is. It's in their 5th house. The moon being there. Yes, Mesopotamia, ancient Kemet. It goes back really to Atlantis. It's so deep. But anyway, what's so deep with the moon in the 5th house, the moon represents your mother, your family, your emotions, how you feel, women react.
And we're mothers.
And their mothers. So their moon basically shows in the 5th house that they are emotionally pleased and happy when they are doing service and helping children and doing products for women. Okay, that's in the 5th house. When you have the 5th house and you have speculative gains in terms of starting your own business, the moon showing that basically explains making products for women. That's exactly what they do. Doesn't just stop there. Okay, let me just give you one more other thing.
Crazy.
No, because they also have, just so many things. But they're part of
what's
fortune.
Really amazing is that this is something that we didn't plan. I mean, we absolutely did not plan it. I mean, Gina did want to get our license on the 14th, and it happened to work out because she was traveling so much and worked out. We're like, okay, we can't get it now. Let's get it here.
It was
here.
It was set in stone. God
we're on the right path.
God makes no mistakes. And just also having their sun in Aquarius. Aquarius is organic, vegan, internet, computers, technology, futuristic thinking. And their sun being in the 9th house, that means their beliefs and philosophies and wisdom is about the future. It's about organic, vegan. Aquarius is also astrology.
Is there something in our chart about being idealistic?
Well, yes. So they do have Neptune in the 10th house. Okay, Neptune in the 10th house, even though it's not their midheaven, it is sort of where they can have fame, work environment, and that speaks to idealistic, unrealistic, but deeper, it speaks to creativity, imagination, and spirituality.
Because you know what, we are so idealistic. We feel like everybody should be able to have these natural products. We feel like people just shouldn't use things just because, and sometimes it gets really overwhelming, or we get discouraged at times that
because they're battling the machine.
Because we know it's out there, and we can't always get this information to people. Or when you start to try and tell people how incredibly important it is that how much better these botanicals are, they kind of don't quite get it because it's been so conditioned. But then also, we do it because we feel it's the right thing to do. Like from day one.
And you're led by empathy and compassion.
One of the things that we said from day one, and Gina and I have always stood on, is we want to keep our products in the affordable range. Why? Because we believe that health should not be a luxury. And I cannot tell you, before I met Eric, I was a single mom. I had to watch every penny. And I would get so upset when I could not have something that I wanted, that I knew was better for me or for my son, simply because of money. And that was something, as two moms, we were not going to do. We were going to keep our prices affordable, and that is our commitment. I mean, right now, Gina and I are just relaunching, or which we just launched our Revive Anti-Aging Elixir. And the ingredients that we use, the closest rivals I have seen to our ingredients is True Botanicals. Their oil serum is $110. Ours right now at the size we're doing is 32. We might go up a little bit to 36, but that's the difference right there, guys. And that's the thing, is like, not all natural is created equal.
And that's in the chart too. I do want to explain this. It's so deep, you guys, because two things. So what she was speaking about plays out in the chart. Their north node in Vedic astrology is called Rahu, is in the 4th house of Virgo. The 4th house rules ancestors, mother, caring, nurturing, home. Virgo is about service. The food, the medicine, the wheat and the barley, right? The Virgo, the virgin, you see the symbol, right? And so with having that, you want to be of service and recognized in your homeland as sort of the experts for healing. But even deeper, the South Node in Pisces in the 10th house is saying that you want to separate from that authority of the materialistic nature. And so there's the balance of being on that spectrum of North Node, South Node, 10th house, 4th house, Pisces, Virgo. Being spiritual and compassionate, but also being analytical and logical to price things fairly, but to, make money as well, and to be recognized. Still, two other things. When Gina started this with Alana, it was based off the need of having a healthy product to get whipped, right, for her daughter who had eczema. Okay, so that plays back to the philosophy of something healthy and natural, and the moon for her child.
Right.
That was the impetus of the company.
And
families.
It's amazing.
That's
like,
so
this
deep.
stuff
That's
blows
in
my
the birth
mind.
chart.
You know what? We're almost out of time. But like, this type of stuff, honestly, if it at all intrigues you, reach out to him. He's really good. But having a really great natural product means anything to you, reach out to Gina and I, because we are so incredibly passionate about what we're doing. I just got a review from somebody who purchased from us on Saturday down at a vegan event, and she sent me this text to
I can give you a testimonial.
And her name is Luna, the woman who reached out to us. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure, but Gina was just writing that. Anyways, she reached out to say that she is using our toothpaste because she never likes toothpaste, and how it upsets her stomach, the fluoride in it dries out her mouth, it does all these things, and that our toothpaste is the first toothpaste that she has used in years that she actually really likes. Like, I didn't ask her to do that. She took it upon herself, and it was a really lengthy, I can't even, I'll try and get it and put it on
No, it was
our
an
site.
amazing testimonial.
It's an amazing testimonial. We are just ecstatic every single time. I also wanted to say this before we leave. We had some lovely, lovely people watching today. Miss Sarah and Miss Kylie and Jaden, I think you might have been there. And there's one more name, and I'm so very sorry.
And these are people from the interview today, right?
No, well, they are the people that helped us secure it with our work with ASU and the PR lab. We are working with some
amazing, young, brilliant minds.
Amazing, brilliant
TAYLORED2U Coaching needs people too, with PR lab for internships or whatever. Help
yes, we'll tell Lisa. But we are working with some amazing, brilliant-minded, beautiful ladies. We are so thankful. Compared to us.
Inspiring young adults.
Anyways, thank you, ladies.
Let me let people know. So I do relationship coaching. I do the birth charts. I also do numerology, right? Just real quick, their life path number is an 8. Their expression number is a 1. And their soul's urge is 11, the master number. So they are about their business.
Patent.
They're independent. They're leaders and leaders in this, what they're trying to build for being truly organic and vegan and natural. And that's even in their numerology and in their birth chart. Uranus, Mars, Venus in the 11th house. It really speaks to being innovative and making products and getting success and gains, financial wealth, Venus in 11th house, for women's products. I didn't make it up. That's what Venus in the 11th house represents. And the Uranus is about being liberated and being rebellious and finding the freedom to stick to your guns and finding your tribe. The 11th house rules friends, groups, organizations, aliens, astrology, stepchildren, but humanity and the collective. So this is what QuenchNaturel is going to do.
We're making the world, we're saving the world.
One body at a time. Yeah. But please check out my website, TAYLORED2U Coaching.
Yes.
.com.
And then it's a 2. It's not.
It's the number 2, tailored, ED, the number 2, the letter U, coaching.com. And if you want to book services, you email me directly. My prices are very fair and it will blow your mind. And I'm real easy to talk to, and I work very diligent. I'm a Virgo sun, a Scorpio rising, and a Capricorn moon. The best person to investigate, dig deep, and do your chart, okay?
So, with that, thank you, Mr. Eric Taylor.
Well, thank you, Alana from QuenchNaturel. It was very much a pleasure. I heard you have a beautiful family.
Yes, I do have a beautiful family. I'm very blessed. Anyway.
And our kids use all the products. And see, that's
hey,
what
Elizabeth.
Gina, let me just say this though. Gina and Alana are amazing because not just being two African-American women, two mothers, two, forward-thinking, caring, nurturing minds, but their passion is truly, yes, they want to build this to be rich, right? We got to put these kids through college. But Gina and Alana, their mission is really, truly authentic when they say saving one body at a time. And that's what their products do. I've had multiple surgeries on my feet. And I know that I was trying to get them to talk about it today in their interview. But I used the everything bar on my feet and my scars when I was healing. And it helped. And that's not a joke or a game, and it's not because I'm her husband. But also for men, let me tell you, I use the facial cream. I use the spray.
It's so
I love
funny.
the product.
He is a product junkie.
No, I get upset.
He gets upset when he runs out of stuff, and he's
like,
"Where's my kombucha facial?"
But I want their. I don't have right now the kombucha facial cleanser, so my face might not be as beautiful as it normally is. But
it's pretty beautiful.
But I'm looking younger than 50. Okay. But also they got this liquid gold, this oil stuff. I've tried it once.
Liquid gold.
Oh my God! Let me tell you, when this hits the market, you guys better buy it up because I'm like, please, I want it.
It's on the market now.
Okay, well, I need some more because
be on the lookout because in the next few months we are going to be rolling out all our products, and our facial line will be in glass, which we are so excited about. I've been talking about it like crazy, but honestly, you're going to be like really amazed when it's done. It's going to be so absolutely gorgeous.
Can I just tell them something though real quick? I want to say something. This is amazing because I got to tell you, we balance this and we trade off and we take turns but we're very dedicated parents, but we're also dedicated to our clients and our businesses. And I'm so proud of her and I'm pretty, proud of myself. I've been grinding because I had valley fever and suffered in pain for 6.5 years.
That's actually part of my backstory of why Gina and I got together was, he had been very sick for a long time. And it was really, really hard.
I went through an internal Vietnam.
We had to go back to natural. I mean, I grew up kind of natural, but we had to really return to that to help get him well. And part of that is removing the toxins and the chemicals out of the things that we use. And we went
from vegan to vegetarians to now pescatarians, but we stopped the meat and I don't miss it. I feel so good. And I'm not judging anybody that eats anything. I'm just saying what worked for me. But I will say this. it takes the research and the investigation, but to be intentional. Whatever you do, whatever career, whatever you're trying to do. And I will say this, they have Saturn in the 7th house. So do I. I got married at 37 with Saturn in the 7th house. But what Saturn brings you, when you put in the discipline, the structure, the order, and the hard work, they will get the blessings. They will be rewarded. QuenchNaturel will be successful and will be blessed. And let me just say this before we go. I'm now in 4 countries. Clients, South Africa, Germany, England, America, and I think I'm up to about 32 states in America. So I'm just so honored.
Yes,
please check out my YouTube
wonderful.
page and subscribe, Taylored2U Coaching, Instagram. And it's Taylored2U Coaching because I customize everything for my clients.
He does. He's really dedicated. Thank you
This
so
was
much.
fun.
So,
Bye, QuenchNaturel.
Bye. No, but look, real quick. Next week, we are having the wonderful Debbie Griffith. We have tried to have her before. We haven't quite hooked up. 2 weeks, or with the first week she was supposed to come, my little guy got hit in the face with a hockey stick and he knocked out his 2 front teeth.
Baby teeth.
So had to that kind of took, and I didn't even show up for our meeting. Yeah. She called me to say, aren't we supposed to be doing a live right now? The following week, she had a car accident. Then, the time didn't work for something other reason. So we are getting together next week.
But I hope that was a good substitute.
He was a wonderful substitute. But we're getting together next week to really talk about our vision for a back bar product for you estheticians. My dream, and you have to speak it. My dream is to have a facial line that can be sold at Marival. We are almost there with the front end package of it. Our back end package, which will be the esthetician package. So what will happen is, my dream is that you will come in and you will get the QuenchNaturel service with the back bar products used by your esthetician, and you will go home with more botanical treats from Q24, and we will have you covered in every single way. And Debbie is going to be working with us to come up with formulation ideas and really build out that line. And I am so excited. She's going to be sharing tips and tricks for your face and how to look beautiful and so forth. So anyways, next week, Debbie Griffith, all aglow skin.
Let me tell them. So also, you guys,
here we come, Marival.
Just so you know, I can help you with manifestation through your birth chart. And I'm going to be designing a webinar soon where I will basically teach you through your astrological birth chart how you can manifest things in your life better using different planets in your individual chart.
I'm telling you, manifestation works. Get your mind straight. Let's raise up. It's about uplifting each other.
And get birth charts for your children. It can help you become a better parent.
Uplifting each other in any way that we possibly can. That is the whole mission. Uplifting each other. I thank you so much for spending some time with us tonight, for checking this out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We love you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye. We gotta go eat dinner, feed the kids.
Goodbye.
Bye.